Yeah. And we back. Welcome to Under the Lights. I'm your host, Big Mike. You understand me? It's Friday, y'all. It's Friday. And if you watched Thursday Night Football last night on Amazon Prime, you seen my Philadelphia Eagles. We got the win against Minnesota last night. You understand me? You know what it is, baby. Fly, Eagles, fly. Fly, Eagles, fly, baby. You know what it is. 2-0. 2-0 to start the season. You understand? We'll take that. We'll take it. It wasn't pretty. It wasn't the prettiest. I give it to you. It wasn't the prettiest. The first game wasn't the prettiest. But we did what we had to do to win that game. You understand? On Monday night. On Sunday night. On Thursday night last night. Listen, what I'm happy about is that my squad won. And then on top of that, I get to go into NFL Week 2 weekend carefree. Because my team, we already handled business. We already handled business, and it's time for me to just sit back, relax, and watch these games. You know, Sundays is like a work day for me. You understand? Because I gotta watch all the games, and I watch all of them. I'm talking about Sunday Ticket, the local games, all of that shit. I have to watch it. So Sundays is a work day for me. But you know what? It's less stressful when your team didn't already handle business, and you can go out here and just watch games carefree. You understand? So listen, I'm going to get into it. I'm going to get into last night's game on Amazon Prime, my Philadelphia Eagles versus the Minnesota Vikings. Like I said, it was not pretty. It was not pretty. You understand? It's the home opener. We won 34-28. Now, I'm going to get into some of the things that I don't like, right? Especially how we started the season. I don't like how we start the season with a long drive. We get a long drive, like against the Patriots. I think it was like a 14-play, 65-yard drive or some shit like that. We got a field goal out the deal. Well, it's the same thing last night. We had a 9-play, 69-yard drive. We got 3 points out the deal. 3 points. Luckily, we got a kicker like Jake Elliott who can knock them kicks down. That's the future GOAT. He's uploading. The future GOAT kicker is uploading, and it's happening in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. You understand me? For my Philadelphia Eagles. Look, we got a new offensive coordinator. Me personally, this is just me. He ain't Shane Steichen. Obviously, those guys are not the same. He calls plays differently. That's cool, but I don't like the plays he's calling. Because when I'm looking at some of the plays that he's calling, it's like when he call a play, it's like, make sure you throw it to that guy. Because when that guy is open and I see the replay, everybody backs his turn. It's like they just clearing out for this man. You know what I'm saying? Just like the interception that Jalen Hurts threw, and I get to that. When I see the replay, A.J. Brown got his back turned downfield. Dallas Goedert, he ain't paying attention. You know what I'm saying? No, I mean, it's like that play was for Devontae Smith or something, whatever the case may be. But I think this got to open the playbook up a little more. Get A.J. Brown involved more, things like that. I mean, you know, we seen A.J. Brown and Jalen Hurts on the sideline. They had a heated discussion, you know what I mean? But they brothers. I don't see them it lingering, you know, into the season. It's a Stephon Diggs, Josh Allen situation type shit like that. No, everybody wants to contribute, and I get it. But A.J. Brown, bro, we know what you're capable of. We know what you could do, but last night just wasn't your night. It just wasn't your night, bro. Hopefully, you know, you don't want nobody to force you the ball. We don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to be in that situation. Right? We got Devontae Smith over there, and you know, A.J. Brown, they dropping 7 and 8 in covers at times too. So A.J. Brown, bro, just chill, baby. Everything's gonna be. It's week 2. It's gonna be just fine. So, and the thing is, you know, with these 2 games that we've played. We haven't played a complete game yet. You know, maybe that could be some frustration, but you know how wide receivers are sometimes, man. You know, they call them divas and shit. They want to be involved. They want to catch passes. They want to catch touchdowns. And it was a silent night last night for A.J. Brown, but that's cool. But like I said, I know it's only week 2, but we're gonna have to get that in order when we go against Tampa Bay. You know what I'm saying? Next Monday night. Because listen. The first 2 games, look at the first game against the Patriots. We had a 16-point lead in the first half. In the second half, we got outscored 20-9. 20-9. We can't have that. Last night, we was up 27-7 and let them back in the game. You know what I'm saying? And they turned the ball over 4 times, 3 times in the first half. We caused those fumbles. Not the Justin Jefferson one, but the other. We caused those. You know what I'm saying? That's good. Good on defense. But my thing is, we didn't cash in on all of them like we were supposed to. This game shouldn't have been close. This game really shouldn't have been close. You know what I mean? It should have been a blowout in the first half. It should have been really 28-0 first half. Real talk. You know? The run game is working. The run game is working well. And that's what we do. We run the ball. You know what I mean? DeAndre Swift, he looking damn good with us. That nigga Swifty. He's very swifty, and he looking real good with us. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to tell you like this. Even when Kenneth Gainwell gets back, even when he's our star, he's the RB1 right now. Well, when he was playing, week 1, he was the RB1. But even when he gets back, I think DeAndre Swift should get the bulk of the carries. I mean, split the carries. Split the carries. That's cool. Split them. But DeAndre Swift, he needs to start the game. And he needs to get the more carries. He went 28 carries last night for 175 yards and a touchdown. Now, I'm not saying we wanted him to get 28 carries every game. That's a lot of carries, a lot of wear and tear on the body. We get that. But the way he run the ball, along with Kenneth Gainwell, and you got Boston Scott, he chipped in and gave us 5 carries for 40 yards. That's 8 yards a carry. That'll get you downfield. You know? Like, the run game is working. The passing game in these first 2 weeks, it's not where we want it to be yet. It's not. And I think that's going to take time. It take a little more time with the offensive coordinator, getting the right play calls, scheming guys open, or whatever the case may be. You got Devontae Smith, A.J. Brown, and Dallas Goedert. Get them involved. But, hey, listen, the run game is working. So, I mean, and that's what we relied on. We did what we had to do to win the game. But listen, when it comes to Jalen Hurts, he went 18 of 23, 193 yards and a touchdown, and he had a horrible interception. The interception that he threw, I don't know what he was looking at. I'm watching the game. I'm like, he threw that? He threw that? You know what I'm saying? Don't throw it. It was 2 men right there the whole time. It was 2 men right there. But, hey, shit happens. And listen, those 193 yards that he had, 63 of those came to Devontae Smith on a long play. So if you take them 63 yards away out of 193, we're looking at 130 yards? You know what I'm saying? So what would that be? 17 of 22 for 130 yards? Listen, man. Listen, I'm not expecting Hurts to drop back 40 times and then lost the ball 40 to 40-plus times. You know, because the way our offense is built, the way we're built, we can run the football. And especially the dropping back that many times and they dropping 7 and dropping 8 in coverage. I seen the last night. They rushing 4 and they dropping 7. Or they rush 3, they drop 8. It's hard to do that. It's hard to do it like to make passes, make throws like that, completions like that, because they got so many people in coverage. And you don't want to force nothing. So you're sitting back there patting the ball and everything, you know what I'm saying? And now we get sacked. I think he got sacked 4 times last night, if I'm not mistaken, you know? So, listen, some days they take the pass away, and then we're going to run it down your throat, just like we did last night. And some days they're going to take the run away, and then that opens up the pass game. You know? I mean, that's what happens, bro. But we go with what works on that day and that night. We go with what works. We ain't trying to force nothing to nobody. You know? And that's what A.J. Brown got to understand. Yeah, you wasn't involved. We wasn't about to force nothing. You don't think they paying close attention to you, A.J. Brown? We got you. I mean, Jalen Hurts got you. He got you. We can't force nothing, no. We just go with what works. You understand? Dropping 7 to 8 in coverage. Run the ball. Run it down their throat, and let's do what we got to do. And like I said, on any given day or night, we go with what works. And I'm good with that. To me, I think that's what makes a better team. You know what I'm saying? Like a better team, and you can battle test it. You come into the game, oh, they shut this down, or they stop this right here. Oh, we're gonna go to that. Oh, they shut that down. Okay, well, we go to this. You can do it, you can do both. You can do both. So it levels out. You may not have 100 yards or 10 catches or whatever the case may be. 8 catches for 110 in the tub. So what? Let's win the game. Let's win. You can't be just happy when your stats is when you just shining. Let him shine. He was shining that night. I don't want to let that go. 28 carries for 175 yards. Yes, that wasn't 28 carries for 88 yards. It was 175. Almost 200. Every carry was well worth it. You feel me? But to keep it real with you, what gives me pause is the defense. Yes, my Philadelphia Eagles defense. Because, and even with the forced turnovers that we caused, I was happy about them turnovers. I promise you I was. I was geeked happy. They punching the ball out. That's them forcing and causing turnovers. Now, that one Justin Jefferson, when he lost the ball and it was a touchback, had nothing to do with us. That was on him. Cool. But it happened. So, had 3 forced turnovers, and one turnover, and the fourth one caused by, Justin Jefferson himself. But understand this, going into that game, we had our starting corner, James Bradbury, out. Our starting middle linebacker, Nakobe Dean from Georgia, out. Reed Blankenship, our starting safety, out. And in the game, while the game was going on, Avonte Maddox went out. And I just got the update from Bleacher Report saying that he might be out for the season. They fear that he has a torn pectoral muscle. You know what I'm saying? So he could be out for the year. But the thing is, we got guys out there on defense that have either never played a real snap or they just was low on the depth chart and they wasn't getting no clock here or anywhere else they was playing. Terrell Edmonds, Josh Jobe, Mario Goodwich, Justin Evans, Nicholas Morrow, he was just activated. They can be had, man. They can be had. There's nobody out there that's just locking shit up and shutting shit down. And legit run stoppers. What I truly believe when it comes to my Eagles over the years, we haven't had a true, solid middle linebacker. I'm talking about, you got your man in the middle. You got your Ray Lewis, your Urlacher, your Zach Thomas, you know what I'm saying, your Pat Willis, Luke Kuechly. We haven't had a true middle linebacker since Jeremiah Trotter. People who don't know who Jeremiah Trotter is, look him up for the middle linebacker spot for the Philadelphia Eagles. He wore number 54. He handled business, man. We need a true middle linebacker. And maybe Nakobe Dean is that. Maybe he is. But we can't see it now. And I'm just thinking, and I'm really thinking about over the years, I feel like my Eagles have just neglected that position right there. We need a Bobby Wagner, a Fred Warner. We need that. So hopefully Nakobe Dean is that. But he got to be on the field in order for us to see it. Durability matters. You understand? But they can be had, man. And our front four, they came together. You know what I mean? They came through. They had 10 hits on Kirk Cousins. 10 hits on Kirk Cousins. Josh Sweat, he had a strip sack. Josh Sweat, you know what I'm saying? We only had 2 sacks the whole game. Once again, 2 sacks. But the pressure that we provided, you know what I'm saying? That had Kirk Cousins a little antsy. We got to him. He got a little jumpy in the backfield. You know what I'm saying? And shit. Like I said, the game, it wasn't pretty, but we did what we had to do to win, which we switched it up, ran the ball down their throat, and that did open up the pass game for Devontae Smith to catch that long 63-yard bomb from Jalen Hurts. We could have had another touchdown, maybe, 30 yards or some shit like that to A.J. Brown, but I think it was a flag on the play. Maybe it was holding, or I forget, but it was a flag against us, and it didn't count. So, I mean, it started to open up. You started to see it open up a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, we did what we had to do to win the game. Justin Jefferson, he went off. But like I said, I mean, when you got guys out there that you don't even know. I seen one guy get broke the fuck off so bad by, I think it was T.J. Hawkinson. I mean, I think it was Josh Jobe or Mario Goodrich. But, hey, man, we got to do what we got to do on the offensive side of the ball if the defense can't hold up or is having trouble or whatever, especially the back end. On the back end is where our trouble is at. So hopefully, we can get that shit fixed, whether it be this season or next season, whatever the case may be, and keep doing what we're doing to move on to 3-0. We take it week by week. Get better week by week. Get better. You know what I'm saying? And come out and handle business. But like I said, we 2-0. 2-0. Start the season. 2-0 is 2-0. No matter how you look at it. 2-0 is 2-0. They can be tough games, but like I said, when they tough games, that's making you battle tested for the long haul. You know? Cover up your flaws, try to fix your flaws, even though, people say, you find more about yourself in a loss than you do in a win. Well, the way we winning, we can still learn a whole lot. You understand? So, I'm good with the 2-0. Let's just get better and move on. Now, we're going to transition a little bit to college football. You understand? And, people that know me, they know for years I've been rocking with Alabama. And I'm going to keep on saying this. I've been rocking with Alabama. I started rocking with Alabama in 2005 when Tyrone Prothro caught that pass behind dude's head, and he still caught it. I've been rocking with them since then. And they was sad then. They was sad, bro. Like, they was garbage. They was like 6-6 or some shit like that. And all through those years, they was garbage. You know what I'm saying? Until Nick Saban got there and, turned it around, whatever the case may be. But I'm Colorado Buffaloes now. I'm not done with Alabama. I'm not just don't kick them off. I'm not just throwing them off a cliff. But Colorado has my number one spot. They got the number one space in my heart right now. And Alabama's to number 2. And that's just what it is. So, considering that Deion Sanders is somebody that we grew up watching, and people have been doubting Deion Sanders. They tried to shit on Deion Sanders, and they're still shitting on Deion Sanders. And speaking of shitting on Deion Sanders, I want to let y'all hear something. Watch this.
Sat down with ESPN today, and I don't care if they hear it in Boulder. I told them I took my hat off and I took my glasses off, and I said, when I talk to grown-ups, I take my hat and my glasses off. That's what my mother taught me. So,
beautiful day, ain't it?
Yes, sir.
Minding my own business, watching some film, trying to get ready, trying to get out here and be the best coach I can be. And I look up and I read some bull junk that Dan said about us.
Talk to us.
Once again,
talk to us.
Why would you want to talk about us if we don't talk about nobody? All we do is go out here, work our butts off, and do our job on Saturday. But when they give us ammunition, they done messed around and made it what? It was just going to be a good game.
And made this shit personal.
They done messed around and made it personal. It was going to be a great test, a battle of Colorado, but they done messed around and made it personal.
Come on, dog. Coach Jay Norville, Colorado State. Come on, dog. Why you want to poke the bear? Why? Mama said don't start none, won't be none. Huh? Now it's personal. You heard what he said. He here now. He told you in the beginning he was coming. Told you he ain't hard to find. He was bringing his luggage with him, and it's going to be Louis. You still don't believe. He went to TCU, did what he had to do. You still don't believe. Went to Nebraska, at home, did what he had to do. You still don't believe. You want to run your mouth. What are you talking? Now it's personal. You ain't doing nothing but making him more comfortable. You ain't making him uncomfortable. He got all us with him. He got the whole Colorado with him. He might have some of your fans with him. And he got the hood with him. Hell is you talking about? Bro, y'all 0-1 and you talking. You didn't have to say nothing about Coach Prime. You want some TV time? You're going to get it tomorrow night at 10 o'clock. You're going to get it tomorrow night, 10 o'clock Eastern time. You're going to get it. You understand? Listen, last week, like I said, y'all 0-1. The Colorado State, y'all 0-1. You lost to Washington State, 50-24. Huh? They hung 50 on you. In the first game? 50? Are you kidding me? And watch this. Going into the fourth quarter, the score was 29-7. Washington State. That ain't Shedeur Sanders playing for Washington State. That's not Shedeur playing quarterback for Washington State. And he went 37-49 for 451 yards, 3 touchdowns, no INTs. What the hell you think Shedeur about to do to y'all defense? Colorado, you know what? Colorado State, I'm going to tell you what he about to do. See, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. See, your coach started flapping his gills. He started running his mouth, okay? He couldn't help himself. See, Shador looks at y'all like a raw piece of chicken, okay? So tomorrow night, when your coach started running his mouth, he already had the stove on. And with that grease was boiling. So what he gonna do to you is rinse you off, season you up real good, put you in that flour, drop your ass in that grease, and fry your ass like ghetto chicken. That's what's gonna happen. We gonna have platters of chicken all over the state of Colorado. It's free chicken for everybody on account of Colorado State and Coach Jay North. That's what we gonna do because he can't keep his mouth shut. And another thing, Shador, bring the watch. Let him know what time the chicken party start. Because he gets fried chicken platters for everybody, and it's going to be extra crispy. Extra crispy. Travis Hunter. Oh, my God. Davidson. Oh, my God. And that defense is going to be riled up even more because y'all keep talking. Keep your mouth shut. Keep it shut. You ain't going to learn. It's Colorado Buff Nation, man. And let me tell you something right now. I don't give a damn who Colorado playing. I'm going Colorado all year long. All year long. Why not? I believe. I've been believing. I wish I had this platform years ago when Coach Prime was at Prime Academy and they was trying to shit on him. I wish I had this podcast years ago when they was shitting on him at Jackson State. Well, just last year. We've been believing. Any kid that grew up, watched Coach Prime or watched Deion Primetime Sanders, oh, we believe. That's why he know he got the whole hood behind him. Because the whole hood across the world, at least the U.S., the minimum, the U.S., the whole hood watched Coach Prime. And we got his back. You understand? So you go get some TV time tomorrow night, 10 o'clock. Just make sure you're ready. Bring your napkin, bring your ketchup, bring whatever you got to bring for your side, your condiments and all of that. And we're going to bring the chicken. Period, point blank. And it's going to be delivered by one Shador Sanders on Saturday night where the lights is brightest. And it's going to be, it might be a couple other games on, but trust me, they tuned in to Colorado State and Colorado Buffaloes, led by Deion, Coach Primetime Sanders. So make sure you're ready. Make sure y'all ready because you're 0-1. And once again, you got 50 hung on you by Washington State. And that ain't Shador Sanders, and they damn sure ain't got Travis Hunter out there. They damn sure ain't got that. Somebody that can play both sides of the ball. He ain't got that. He ain't got it. So I hope y'all ready. Moving on, right? Moving on. We're going to transition back to the NFL. Back to the NFL. Now, you know, week 2, coming up, week 2, and I got my picks already. I'm about to do these picks, go through all the games, and I'm going to let y'all know, you know, who I'm rocking with. And I'm going to do this every Friday. I'm going to do this every Friday. I'm going to come on here, y'all. I'm going to talk to y'all about, you know, Thursday night's game that happened. Excuse me. I'm going to talk to y'all about them Colorado Buffaloes, what they going to do, who they going to put a hurting on coming up that Saturday. You understand? You know what? And speaking of Colorado, I really can't wait till they play Oregon and USC. Because when they play Oregon and USC, you know, they on the map right now. They on the map right now. But when they beat Oregon and USC, I think all the talk should stop. I think all of the chit-chat, all of the interviews, and all of that shit, it should have been stopped. Because he's already shitted on your prediction. Y'all already said that this was not the way for Coach Prime to build a team. And he's 2-0 with the way he built the team. He's already shitted on your prediction. So we already know that y'all out there waiting for him to lose so y'all can come on TV and say, oh, it's over now, and blah, 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 blah. Say all that bullshit that y'all want to say, that y'all text each other in your group messages and all that other shit, your emails and all of that shit. That's what you do. That's what you do. But keep that same energy when y'all come on that field, though. But, like I said, moving on to the NFL. So, we got about 15, 16 games. And who I'm rocking with, looking at the Packers versus Falcons game, they got the Falcons at 1.5-point favorites. Okay? And all of these odds are on FanDuel. FanDuel Sportsbook, that's where these odds are at, all right? So, listen, I watched the Packers play last week, and I watched the Falcons play last week. I'm going to tell you something. With this right here, and I'm going to do multiple tickets, so I always switch my shit up. But for the first one, you know what I'm saying, I'm going with the Packers. Yep, I'm going with the Packers. I like the way Jordan Love was throwing that ball, spreading the ball around. I like that. I like how he looked, you know. Like I said, they got the Falcons at 1.5 point favorites, so yeah, I got the Packers winning that game in Atlanta, in the Dome. Yeah, I got them winning. Next, we got the Chicago Bears and the Bucks. See, my homeboy Breland, he a Chicago Bears fan. He don't do too much talking during the football season. He just try to sit back and pray on everybody else's downfall. But Breland, this is for you. You're about to get your ass whooped by the Bucks. The Bucks is 2.5 point favorites. I'm taking the Bucks, and I'm taking the spread. Facts. They gonna wipe y'all like y'all snotty. They gonna wipe y'all like a patient in the goddamn nursing home. You understand? And I'm gonna call you too. I'm gonna call you. Make sure you answer the phone when your Chicago Bears get their ass clapped. You feel me? And yes, they will cover the spread. Next, Seahawks and Lions. Lions 4.5 point favorites. I'm taking the Lions. I think the Lions, they got their confidence. They beat the Chiefs. They're confident. They ready to roll. Seahawks coming off a bad win to the Rams. Listen, they lost to the Rams, and Cooper Kupp didn't even play. I don't know what's going on. I know it's week 1 type of shit like that. But going off the way, you know, Detroit played, hey, I'm going with the Lions. And I probably would take the points for Seahawks. I think it'd be a close game. I probably would take the points. You know, after that, we know we got the Raiders and the Bills. The Raiders are 8.5 point dogs. The Raiders, led by Jimmy G. Now, you can look at the Bills and the Jets game from Monday night. And you know, when Aaron Rodgers got hurt, you know, hopefully Aaron Rodgers, I know he had surgery. Aaron Rodgers, man, love you. Hope to see you next season. Hope you get through, have a speedy recovery. Hope you're right mentally. I know you've never had this type of injury before. I know you later on in your career, bro, but I'm hoping and praying that we get to see you next season so we can see what you could do with these Jets. You know what I'm saying? But you could look at the Bills and say, oh man, it's over. The window's shut. The window's closed for the Super Bowl. That may be so. Maybe so. We don't know. But I'm expecting them to bounce back off of that loss to the Jets without Aaron Rodgers and beat the Raiders. That's what I'm expecting. You know, as far as being 8.5 point favorites for the Bills, I don't know, man. I probably wouldn't take that. I probably would just do straight money line. And then we got the Chargers and the Titans. Chargers is favored by 3. I think I'd take that. They showed the ability to be able to score. Okay, the Titans in the Saints. I mean, when you look at that game, that's. I mean, they look like 2 mediocre teams to me. You know what I'm saying? But I got the Chargers beating the Titans. I don't think the Titans defense can stop the Chargers offense. Now, even though the Chargers, you know, defense gave up 34, you know, to the Dolphins, but that's the Dolphins. That's Tyreek Hill on one side. Motherfucker had 215 yards out of Tua's 466 yards. And Jalen Waddle gave you another 78. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's 2 cheat codes. Well, really, Tyreek is the real cheat code. Cheetah code is what I call it. Cheetah code. So, yeah, I'm taking the Chargers, and I'm taking the spread over the Titans, which is 3. Ravens and Bengals. Now, this game would have been more exciting to me had Joe Burrow not came out and threw for 82 yards in week 1 against the fucking Browns. Man, that game was, I ain't never seen him throw for under 100 yards. I think never. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I think he may have done it one time before, but I didn't see it. I seen this whole game. I seen every yard thrown, and it wasn't much. It was only 82. You know what I'm saying? But they still got the Bengals favored by 3. This is a tough one because it's a division game. AFC North, it's a division game, and they know each other. The Ravens know they didn't play their best football against the Texans. Lamar Jackson knows that. He only had 169 yards and no touchdowns and an interception, so he know he has to play better. He got them receivers out there. 4, I know J.K. Dobbins is out, but J.K. Dobbins is it's not the reason that you win and lose a ball game. You got 4 receivers out there. OBJ, Rashad Bateman, Devin Duvernay, and Zay Flowers, who if you had him on Madden, he would have the human joystick. But next year Madden, Madden 25, Zay Flowers will have the human joystick badge. He should have it because that's what he is. He moves just like you on Xbox with the analog stick. That's how he move. You know what I'm saying? Juking the shit out of people fast, quick feet, twitchy, all of that. You know what I'm saying? And Joe, like I said, Joe Burrow, they know they got to play better. So this is, I think, man, this is tough. This is tough. But you know what? I'm gonna take the Bengals in this one. I'm gonna take the Bengals in this game. Now, my homeboy Jordan, if y'all watch the show, y'all know my guy Jordan. He's a Lamar Jackson fan. You know, he go for the Ravens, and I tell him all the time he get blind and deaf when he talk about Lamar Jackson and Steph Curry. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm taking the Bengals on this one. And this ain't got nothing to do with, because he'll tell you I don't like Lamar Jackson. And that's the furthest thing from the truth. I just point out the things that Lamar Jackson needs to work on. And he look at it as like, I don't like the motherfucker. That ain't true. So this ain't got nothing to do with that. I just think the Bengals is going to, especially, after how they played, man, I think they're going to come back, get it together. You know what I'm saying? The spread is 3. I think it'll be a close game. They're not going to cover this. I don't think they're going to cover the spread. I wouldn't even choose spread on this one. I would just choose straight up money line. Straight up money line. Next, we got the Colts versus the Texans. Now, this is what's baffling to me. How in the hell are the Texans 1.5-point favorites over the Colts? The Texans just got clapped by the Ravens, 25-9. It wasn't even close. Anthony Richardson last week against the Jags had his team in position to win. Travis Etienne just broke the game open and had a late game touchdown score. He had his team in position to win. I'm definitely taking the Colts, and I'm taking the points. Anthony Richardson is going to be a good quarterback, man. He's going to be a good quarterback. They get some more pieces around him. Jonathan Taylor, he's not going to be back until after game 4, so he's still going to be out. But I think they still going to beat the Texans. You know what I'm saying? You got Michael Pittman out there, Alec Pierce. They got Kylan Granson, the young tight end. I like him. You know what I mean? They're going to make it. You got Anthony Richardson's running game. I think they got Kenyon Drake. They got enough to go out there and beat the Texans. I don't see how they got the Texans 1.5-point favorites. I don't understand that. I'm definitely would take the Colts and the points on that one. We got the Chiefs and the Jags. Chiefs and the Jags. Jags are 3.5-point dogs, and they at home. They are at home. You understand? I don't know what the status is of Travis Kelce. I think he is playing. I think Travis Kelce is playing. Listen, anything can happen. Anything can happen, right? With this game right here, I wouldn't even take the points. But I think the Chiefs pull it off. And I think the Chiefs end up 1-1. Yeah. I think they're going to win their first game this week. Do they cover the spread? 3.5? Maybe. Maybe not. I think it's going to be a close game, bro. But if Travis Kelce's not playing, it's over. It's over. The Chiefs will lose. I think the Chiefs will lose that game. Then we got the Niners and the Rams. 7-point favorite. 7-point favorites, the Niners. I got the Niners, and I would take the points all day long. The way they played, I would definitely take the points. No Cooper Kupp for the Rams. You know, Matt Stafford had a great outing the first game of the season, but I don't think that's going to happen against the Rams. I'm against the Niners at all. You got the Giants. They 4.5-point favorites over the Cardinals. I would take them, the Giants, and the points. Ain't nothing going on in Arizona. Absolutely, positively nothing at all going on with Arizona. And then you got the Jets and the Cowboys. See, this is the game everybody wanted to see, man. this is the game everybody wanted to see, and we're not going to be able to see it the way we wanted to see it because Aaron Rodgers got hurt on the fourth snap against the Bills on Monday night, man. I feel sorry for Aaron Rodgers, bro. I've never been a Jets fan, ever. But I like Aaron Rodgers, and I'm happy he was in a good situation, and I really wanted to see what he could do. I don't think he washed up. I never thought he was washed up. You know, he had the young receivers last year, man, and you can say, well, Jordan Love playing good with him now. That's 1 week, and on top of that, they was rookies last year. You know what I mean? And I said on the show before, I felt that they was going to be better going into next season, which is this season. But, you know, Aaron Rodgers, he eat the Cowboys for breakfast, lunch, and dinner without having the best of everything, without having it all. He beats the Cowboys without having the best of everything. But this ain't gonna be nothing but another win for the Cowboys, and they're gonna be jumping up and down, Super Bowl, all that other shit because they beat the goddamn Jets, led by Zach Wilson. I would be shocked if the Jets come out here. What's Zach Wilson gonna do against that defense? What are he gonna do? He can hardly do nothing against the Bills defense, let alone the Cowboys. Man, they about to bring so much pressure on Dan Quinn. He about to bring so much pressure on Zach Wilson. So much. He might start seeing ghosts. Who was that said they were seeing ghosts? Was that him? One of them quarterbacks. Oh, no, that was that Sam Darnold? Said he was seeing ghosts when he was in New York and Bill Belichick was sending out them blitzes at him and shit. We might hear Zach Wilson say the same thing. Now it's gonna be interesting to see what Dak Prescott and his offense could do against the Jets in their defense, because they got Quentin Williams on one level, C.J. Mosley, Sauce Gardner, Reed, DJ Reed. You know what I'm saying? Like, they play well. They young. They fly around. They hype. The moment's not too big for them. They ready for this. You know what I'm saying? So, but the Cowboys are 9.5-point favorites. Me personally, I would take that. The Cowboys are going to win the game, and they'll probably win by 10 points or more because they're not going to be able to score. They're not going to be able to score. I think even if, let's just say the Cowboys don't score a touchdown, right, because the defense they shutting shit down. I think they still at least go out there and give 3 or 4 field goals. I don't think the Jets are going to score unless it's on special teams. I really don't think they're going to score at all. So, that's that. You got the Commanders and the Cowboys. The Commanders and the Broncos. Excuse me. The Broncos 3.5-point favorites. I'll take the Commanders just because of their defense, and I don't see nothing happening in Denver. That's just me. That's just how I'm looking at it. And the Commanders are going to win that game. And then we got Sunday Night Football. The Dolphins and the Pats. Dolphins favored by 3 in Foxborough. Sunday Night Football. That's a division game. But you got that cheat code, Tyreek Hill. Now, what we do know, when you play Coach Belichick, if you got a dog receiver or some type of shit, he's going to take him away. He's going to double him or whatever the case may be. But what that does is leave Jalen Waddle. Leaves Jalen Waddle alone, one-on-one. He can get loose on anybody in the league, you know? So I think that's going to be a close game. They got the Dolphins 3-point favorites. You know what? I'm going to go with the upset. Because Bill Belichick going to come with some shit, man. He going to put that pressure on Tua. And they know that they got to get back there because if you double Tyreek, you got Jalen Waddle. And it's going to force them to get the ball out quick. You understand? And it might mess up the timing. All in Tua face. All of that type of shit, man. And forcing to move around in the pocket. They're going to hit Tua. I think this would be the game where they test out that weight that he put on or gained or whatever the muscle he gained, if it's going to help, if it helped him out, if it worked out for the better. I think this would be one of them games because they're going to get to him. I think they are. Unlike the Chargers, I don't think they really got to him like that at all. That's the Sunday night game. So I'm taking the Pats in the upset. Yeah. The Saints and the Panthers. We got a doubleheader on Monday night. That's the easy one for me. That's the Saints. I mean, the Panthers got so much work to do, bro. I mean, last week, Bryce Young, and I mean, it ain't his fault. They just they are rebuilding for real. They are in rebuild mode. You understand? Like, there's nothing that you can say to me unless you're telling me Steve Smith about to come back out of retirement. Maybe Jake DeLong or some shit. Not even Jake DeLong. Just give me Steve Smith. You know what I'm saying? Or Jonathan Stewart, he coming back. You know what I mean? Just bring the gang back. You know what I mean? From 2015, bring the gang back from early 2000s too. Unless you're telling me that's what's going on, Luke Kuechly gonna come back too? Ain't nothing going on in Carolina. That first Monday night game, the Saints will win that game, and they will win. They will cover that spread. They will cover that spread, period. And then the second, the other game is the Browns and the Steelers. And they got the Browns 2.5-point favorites over the Steelers. I think the Steelers don't lose this game. I think the Browns gonna handle business. I think Deshaun will be better this week. And their defense is flying around. They get to your quarterback, all of that. Myles Garrett is coming. Zadarius Smith is coming. You know what I mean? Denzel Ward. I mean, now they're going to have to stop TJ Watt and Alex Highsmith too now. They got to do that too. They coming too. Cam Hayward is out, I believe. I think Cam Hayward is out, but I still think the Browns, they'll cover the spread 2.5 and start the season now 2-0. And like I said, I think Deshaun Watson, he'll be better than he was last week. I think he might start off faster. Got a week to prepare, week to get ready, week to get better. I think this would be the week, you know what I mean, that he has a complete game against the Steelers, and they go up 2-0. And even if it's not he threw for 300 yards and da-da-da-da-da, win the game. Make the plays to win the game. If it's rushing, whatever the case may be, just win the game, man. You know? So, thank y'all for listening to me today. I told y'all in the beginning, this weekend for me, it's carefree. My team handled business last night against the Vikings on Thursday Night Football. Philadelphia Eagles. We 2-0 to start the season. We are undefeated. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. So, I'm going to be doing this once again every Friday. I'm going to come with y'all, give y'all my picks, who I'm rocking with, what's going on with Coach Prime and the Colorado Buffaloes, who else going to be talking shit, who else going to be getting their ass fried like ghetto chicken on a Saturday afternoon or Saturday evening or night, which this weekend will be the Colorado State. It will be Colorado State. You understand? And shit, that's what it's going to be. So it's going to be an exciting weekend for football. Hopefully that y'all teams win. Make sure y'all check us out Monday. I'll be back on here Monday. Me and my guy Jordan. We're going to talk about the weekend's games on Sundays. And, the likes, the dislikes, the concerns. And it just depends on what happened. You know what I mean? So if you're listening right now on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or Spotify, thank you. I appreciate you. If you're watching on YouTube right now, thank you. I appreciate you. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell so you can know when Under the Lights is dropping that shit. You know what I mean? Thank you for watching, and I'm gone.
Under the lights, speaking of facts, double the price, yeah. Under the lights, we covering sports, whatever you like, yeah.